guys, today we are going to see another question on LeetCode, and that is unique number of occurrences. So first we'll read the question. Given an array of integers ARR, write a function that returns true if and only if the number of occurrences of each value in the array is unique. Basically, what the question is trying to say, we'll see with an example. So in this example, we have an array and we have to return true if and only if the number of times each number comes in this array is unique. What I'm trying to say is that if you count how many times 1 comes in this array, it is 3. So 1 comes 3 times, 2 comes 2 times, and 3 comes 1 times. So, and now you observe this count column, and in this count column you will observe that each and every value is distinct. So we are going to return true in this case. Now let's see another example where we have an array 1, 2, and in this array if you observe 1 comes 1 times and 2 comes 1 times. So here in the count column the values are not distinct, and that is why we are going to return false. Now we will move on to the implementation part. In the implementation, I'm going to use a bit of collection frameworks in Java, and don't worry if you don't know about collection frameworks. I'm going to share the link in the description box. Also, you will learn collection frameworks gradually as this series moves on. Okay, so what I'm going to use is HashMap because this data has got key value pairs associated with it. Okay, so I'm going to use HashMap to store this data, and also I'm going to use something called as set. Basically, I'm going to use a property of set, and that is set does not contain duplicate elements. Okay, that means that you can't have 1 1 2 2 3 3 in a set. Always it is going to be 1 2 3. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that these are values, okay, and these are keys. These are keys and these are the values. So I'm going to pass the values into the set, and what will happen is that if there are no duplicate elements, then the number of elements in the set is going to be the number of elements in the count column or in the values column, right? So in this case, if you see, the number of elements in set is 3, and also the number of elements in the count is 3. So it is going to return true. But if you see this example, we will see that set will contain only one element and the count column will contain 2 elements. So it is going to return false. Okay, so that was all about the implementation and approach part. Now let's move on to the code. The code, as I said, we are going to use HashMap and set. So I'm first going to declare the HashMap. This is the way we declare HashMap, and here this is the data type of key and this is the data type of value. So, and I'm also going to use a for loop. In this case, I'm using a for each loop. Don't worry if you don't know about for each loop. I'm also going to attach the link in the description box. But basically what it is doing is that it is traversing each and every element of the array. So we are going to declare a temporary variable num, and that is going to traverse the array. Okay, so we are going to traverse the array, and as we traverse the array, we are going to use the map.put function. Okay, so what it does is that it is going to put the key and value pairs in the hash map. So we are going to put the num comma map dot get or default num comma 0 plus 1. Basically what it is doing, it's pretty simple. Get or default is a function in which if I'm passing num for the first time, then it is going to return 0 because it is going to run default. But if I'm using it for the second time, then the previous value will be incremented by 1. Okay, so that is how the get or default function works. If you want to know more about it, I'm also going to share the link in the description box. I'm going to store the values and the keys. That means 1 is corresponding to 3, 2 is corresponding to 2, 3 is corresponding to 1 that I've stored in my hash map. And then I'm going to declare a set. And in this set, I'm going to pass the map.values. That is the values that are associated with the hash map. And we all know that if there are any duplicate elements, then this condition would be false, right? This is the condition that map.size is equal to set.size. Okay, we have discussed about it in the earlier section of the video. So that's how it works. So now let's submit the code. Beautiful. So this code is working. Thank you.